We are a few days out from Lightfall, and with Lightfall comes a bunch of changes to class abilities, new weapons, a campaign, and so much more. With that in mind, I thought I'd take a look at all the armor we have access to, and I noticed a large disparity between the type of exotics each class has been given. What are these differences in classes? How do they impact PvP? Well, that's what this video is for. Let's start with some groundwork. Each class has a total of 37 exotics for them to choose from. Something I've noticed is that in PvP, the most popular exotics to use do not require a kill to be activated. So I've decided to organize these exotics from exotics that require a kill to be activated and exotics that don't. Warlocks have 14 exotics that require a kill to be activated. These would be exotics like Karnstein Armlets, Mantle of Battle Harmony, and Fallen Sunstar to name a few. Warlocks have 19 non-kill exotics. An example of these would be Ophidian Aspects, the Stag, Balls of Ahamkara, and Nothing Manacles. Again, to name a few. This seems pretty reasonable. Warlocks have a split between needing to get a kill to do cool stuff, and some exotics enhancing how to play Warlock. There are also 4 exotics that kind of do both. An exotic that has a kill trigger and it does something by equipping the armor piece. These exotics would be Sunbracers, Necrotic Grip, Rain of Fire, and Starfire Protocol. Let's talk about Hunters. They have a total of 4 kill exotics. They are Celestial Nighthawk, Assassin's Cowl, Shards of Galanor, and Gwizinvest. These exotics aren't too prominent in PvP. I hardly see anyone running them in the Crucible, nor do I expect them to, really. Now, if you're doing the math, that means that Hunters have 33 non-kill exotics. So things like Stompies, Frosties, Dire Falcon, and many, many more. These exotics add an additional bonus to playing Destiny as a Hunter for free. They enhance the way the game is played and allows the player to really take advantage of the subclasses that the Hunter provides. Moving on, Titans have a total of 6 kill exotics. These exotics being an Insurmountable Skullfort, Mask of the Quiet One, Doomfang Pauldron, Wormgod Caress, No Backup Plans, and Severance Enclosure. Some examples of non-kill exotics would be Dune Marchers, Peregrine Greaves, and Antaeus Ward. There are also examples of exotics that do both for Titans. Point, Contact, Cannon Brace, say that 5 times fast, the Path of Burning Steps, One-Eyed Mask, and Ashen Wake are these exotics. So the big difference between the classes and the exotics is that they have an imbalance between how many exotics that the classes have access to, depending on whether they activate on a kill or they don't. Titans and Hunters have to just equip an exotic for the armor to do cool stuff for them. Warlocks have less access to that kind of armor, which is typically pretty good in PvP. Again, Warlocks have less than half of their exotics requiring a kill to be activated. The other classes do not. That's not all. I dug a little more and found some other differences between the classes and their exotics. I decided to organize the exotics by what they do and how they change the gameplay of the class a person is playing. The weapon-specific category is aptly named this because they are exotics that pair well with a specific weapon type. As you can see, there are 7 total weapon-specific exotics, 3 for Hunter, 3 for Titan, and 1 exotic for Warlocks.
The recruits have no excuses.
For the double category, these are exotics that give another charge of an ability. As you can see, Titans don't have access to as many exotics that have this ability for them. All they have is Second Chance and Armamentarium. The other classes have many more options. I'll explain this next category a little bit. The mutation category is for an exotic that replaces an ability with a different one. For Hunters, Backrest changes the dodge into a shift teleport thing. So it changes, or mutates, the ability into something different. Hunters only have 1 mutation exotic, while Titans have 2. Warlocks don't even have 1. As you've now seen, each class doesn't have the same access to certain types of exotics as the others. Now some of you might be thinking that this is to keep the classes a little more unique and have their own special thing about them. I would counter by saying that having access to these different type of exotics wouldn't make them less unique. Titans having another melee could lead to some interesting builds, and Warlocks getting something that completely changes an ability could completely refresh a subclass. The ability to make unique exotics for each class doesn't mean that they can't add to the type of exotic a class is lacking. The last and final thing I will note is how Bungie releases these exotics. If anyone remembers how Lorelei Splendor released, it was incredible. You'd get a damage bonus and healing on the same spot after taking some heavy damage from a sunspot that drops automatically. That got nerfed, but the exotic that still keeps its ability to kick in whenever your health gets low. If Warlock Rifts pop by themselves with no activation, that would be game-changing. Also, Bungie, you're welcome for that idea. Dire Falcons launched completely broken as well. Coming out of invisibility used to grant a damage bonus. hunters playing Void came out of invisibility all the time, so why wouldn't you give them a damage bonus? This exotic got nerfed as well. Now it grants hunters volatile rounds whenever they come out of invisibility. This was a healthy change as hunters had a tough time getting this specific debuff. My point here is that warlocks have never had an exotic drop that was so crazy it needed to be nerfed instantly. Am I asking for that? Absolutely not. I am asking for a philosophy change when it comes to creating exotics for warlocks, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's recap. There are differences between each class and the exotics they have access to. Warlocks either have too many exotics that require a kill, or the other classes don't have enough exotics that have a kill trigger.
Make me proud.
There's an imbalance in the type of exotics that each class is given. In the categories that I provided, all classes are lacking in one place or another. Some of these exotics I think personally could use a rework or a buff. Lastly, I would like to see a change in how exotics are constructed. There are a lot of ways to go about this, and maybe I'll make that the next video I have. We've seen 2 exotics recently get pushed out and we're in immediate need of fixing. Again, not asking for a broken warlock exotic, but there's gotta be something game-changing for warlocks to use. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think. Are there any differences that I missed? Are there any exotics that are supposed to be non-kill, or both, or they are kill exotics and I just didn't read it right? Are there some old exotics that could use a buff? Once again, thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Double down.
Also, P.S. This is Jeff after the I'm editing now. I'm just at the end, but I'm also trying to get a stream schedule together. So I'll probably be streaming on Saturdays for sure, and definitely Tuesdays. Just get some video content for my videos and stuff. Links to all of my Twitch, to my Twitter, to my Instagram is all in the description below. Make sure to check out all of my stuff. Drop follows, likes, favorites, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to keep the video rolling just because I have some pretty cool clips, I think. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys in the next one, actually.
You would have been one of us.
Opposing team annihilated. Good.
2 for 1.
You are in the lead. I am not surprised.
Guardian down.
Left, my friend. Your ally is back in the fight.
Guardian down.
Only one enemy is left. Opponent's crushed. Do it again. It is
2 for 1.
Yes. 3 down. Zone B. You have zone advantage. Finish them. Zone C lost. Zone A lost. You captured Zone A. That's a power play. You took them, now hold them. 5 minutes left. Keep it up.
This is beautiful. You continue to be my greatest success, Guardian.